Peace and blessings, people, viewers, YouTubers, nation. This is the Ravenous Blackbird, and you have reached the Ravenous Blackbird YouTube channel once again. And we're going to be talking about today. First of all, before I go any further, I first want to thank all of my subscribers past and all of my new subscribers present. If you have not subscribed to this channel and you enjoy the videos, I cover everything from religion to sports, stats, facts on world events, politics, things like that. I'm not subject to just one thing on this channel. Right below the video, as you're watching this video, please click subscribe and subscribe to this channel. Every time I post a video, you will receive a notification so you can continue to stay updated. Okay? And feel free to follow me on Twitter at the Virgo Poet. Okay? Today we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I like to call them now the Los Angeles Losers. I've lost total respect for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I still have a little bit of respect for the Lakers. I live here in Los Angeles. If you don't know that, peace out and blessings to all of the Los Angeles people here, people in the state of California, especially the city of Los Angeles. I'm going to say some things that's going to rub some people the wrong way, but if you aren't familiar with what's going on with the Dodgers, and if you are, again, I boycotted sports this year due to COVID-19 and a lot of other more important things, but I still watch the news and I get the highlights from time to time, and some things that the Los Angeles Dodgers have done uh, to win this championship. And not only did they win the championship the wrong way, which is, to me, it was by default. And I don't mean the wrong way, but it was just they took advantage of the pandemic to win a championship, in the Lakers too. I have a video already about that. This is the second part to that video. And what happened is, after the Dodgers so-called won this World Series championship this year, if you've been following on the news and if you're following Major League Baseball, there's a player by the name of Justin Turner. Okay, one of the All-Stars. And during the last game that they won the championship, Justin Turner, I think by the seventh inning, they were running some tests on the players that were already, I guess, out on the field playing, and they came across Justin Turner's COVID-19 test, and he tested positive. Now, this is during the World Series, during the game, the last game that they won, okay, just a few weeks ago or last week ago, and they pulled him off the field. I think it was in the seventh inning, okay? Now, this thing gets good. If you have not followed, you probably know where I'm going with this. So they pull him to the back. He could no longer play. Well, the Dodgers end up winning this game. And again, I don't feel that they won the championship or the World Series this year. And I don't believe the Lakers won because it was a pandemic crisis. A lot of people's minds, players' minds, were not really focused on the game because of COVID-19, because of racial injustice, because of all this other more important stuff that they were more concerned about. And they felt pressured that if they didn't play right with their team, that they felt pressured, so they went on ahead and played anyway. So I believe the Lakers won by default, and so did the Dodgers. So anyway, getting back to Justin Turner, okay? And you could also look this up on Google if you don't believe me. I do all my research before I post my videos. This guy gets tested for, and he's tested positive for COVID-19. They remove him off the field. They come out in the middle of the game. I guess it was in the seventh inning. Take him to the back. They win this so-called World Series, which I don't agree with that they won anything this year. And you can feel free to disagree, and you can leave comments if you like. But nevertheless, at the end of the game, they're jumping up and down and screaming and yelling, hugging each other that they won the World Series in a bubble and all this other stuff. Justin Turner comes running out. Security didn't stop him, or they tried to stop him, excuse me. And they just allowed him to come out on the field. This guy's tested positive, takes his mask off, okay? And this is why I boycotted sports this year, because of the stupidity, the ignorance, the total disrespect of, Major League Baseball, and at least the NBA did things a little bit They were a little bit better and different in regards to the bubble, but I still don't believe any sports should have played this year. That's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. Okay, because I don't pick wealth over people's health. Okay, so nevertheless, he runs out there. Come to find out, the manager of the Dodgers is a ex, I guess you want to say ex cancer survivor. The manager of the Dodgers now. He's hugging the manager of the Dodgers. He's COVID-19 positive, hugging the teammates. And I think at the end of the game as well, his wife comes out there. He kisses his wife without the mask on in the lips. And this is the type of society, people. And some of you could say I'm a hater. Some of you could say, I need to get out of Los Angeles. You're right, I do. Okay, because number one, it's a blue state. Okay, and they're for socialism and all this other stuff. And you're right, you're exactly correct. I need to escape from New York, but I've lost total respect for the entire Los Angeles Dodgers organization. Justin Turner is a flat out idiot. I don't care how good of a player he is, because he's supposed to be setting an example for his children, setting an example for other teammates that are up under him that may be younger or those that are just coming into the league. People, I don't understand what type of world we live in that you would just blatantly run out there. It wouldn't have killed him to not have to run out there and put other people's lives in jeopardy because he tested positive for COVID-19. He didn't have to go out there. And another thing is, the Dodger organization, after they investigated this situation a few days later, come to find out, they said they won't penalize him. They won't, what do they call it when players go against protocol? Fine them. They wouldn't fine him. They wouldn't penalize him, nor did they penalize the organization. But they went against the rules. They set the rules in place, and yet they allow a team to break the rules. And it's the same thing with the mask. People not wearing masks, and they making all these rules, and people like you, some of y'all that's watching this video, is not following protocol. And wonder why the COVID-19 surge is going up. The surge for COVID-19 is not going up because of the president. Okay, so please stop blaming the president, Donald Trump. I'm talking about, not Biden, because he's not president yet. Okay, President Donald Trump. Okay, it came from China, not from President Donald Trump. Number two, the rise in COVID-19 numbers is because of what the idiot Justin Turner of the Los Angeles Dodgers did, and many of you are doing, infecting other people, and you could even be asymptomatic. Asymptomatic is a person that does not have symptoms. And some of these people never wear masks, and they're going over people's houses and partying and hanging out over family members' houses and infecting other people. It has nothing to do with we need more testing. It's the people. It's the rebelliousness of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The rebelliousness, and I say they're also at fault. The entire Dodgers organization was rebellious. Justin Turner was the lead rebellion of all of them. And they didn't find these guys. That was the purpose of playing in the bubble in the first place. That was the purpose of setting protocol, mandates, and rules that if you go against these rules, the same thing with the NFL right now. If a coach takes off their mask on the sideline or something, they fine them. I don't care if they did win the World Series. They didn't win no World Series. They skated and won it by default. And so did the Lakers. When did they win a World Series prior to the pandemic? The Dodgers hadn't won anything prior to this. They couldn't win. And all of a sudden, now you mean to tell me in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic crisis with racial injustice, police brutality, right, discrimination, immigration problems, election problems, all this other stuff going on, now they win a World Series. And on top of that, another Lakers team, which is the Los Angeles Lakers, end up winning the NBA Finals. Both LA teams, the same year, in the middle of a pandemic crisis. When have you known them to do that, both teams, prior to this year? Thank you. So I got a message for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I got a message for Justin Turner. You're an idiot, flat out. I've lost respect for the entire organization. I've lost respect for the mayors of this city, for the mayor of the city, excuse me. I've lost respect for, which is Mayor Garcetti. I've lost respect for the governor. And I once respected them. I love them. I love Justin Turner. I love people. I'm in the people business. Okay? As Christians, we love people, but that don't mean we agree with their idiocracy. That don't mean we agree with the rebellion of people around the world that's making other people sick and blaming it on the president because they don't want to wear masks, wash their hands, and stay out of other people's houses. So I've lost respect for our mayor, for our governor of the state of California, and our mayor of Los Angeles, because they're not cracking down on this stuff. And the Dodgers should have at least said it. They were supposed to set an example. There are people that look at these NBA basketball players, and Major League Baseball players, and these sports players and actors and entertainers like they're gods. They look at them and hold them as an inspiration. So when they come out there and they don't penalize the Dodgers, Major League Baseball Association didn't penalize him, didn't fine Justin Turner. They should at least fine him, because now he didn't put other people's lives in jeopardy of COVID-19. COVID-19 is real, people. Whether you agree with me or not, you can't disagree with the numbers. You can't disagree with the surges and cases. You can't disagree with all the deaths that's going on. And the Major League Baseball should be ashamed of themselves. And this is the main reason why I have boycotted the Baltimore Ravens NFL team on this channel for this year. Okay? And any other sports for this year. Because I've taken the time out to do my studying on politics, praying for our nation, praying for this election, for our president, Donald Trump, praying for the Democrats as well as the Republicans, and all these people that's sick and dying in the hospital from COVID-19, where all many of you care about is winning a World Series, dunking a basketball, and winning the NBA Finals in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. So Justin Turner, you know what? You're an idiot. Los Angeles Dodgers, the whole organization, you're idiots and you're hypocrites. The entire Major League Baseball are hypocrites. You set boundaries and all kind of rules and mandates, and then when the team goes against them, you don't follow your rules and mandates because they won the World Series. That was no exception. So, in ending this video, you see this? This is a Dodgers shirt that I got, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm getting ready to do in regards to the Los Angeles Dodgers. See this garbage can? You're idiots. You put people's lives at risk for COVID-19. Justin Turner, you should know better. You should look at yourself as an inspiration and as people looking up to you. And the whole Major League Baseball Association should be ashamed of themselves to not even do anything about it. And then you got Los Angeles Laker fans, Dodger fans tearing up the city of LA over a World Series and an NBA Finals game. You tearing up your own city. What other fans do you know do that in their city when they win games and championships? Only in LA. So that's why I'm trying to escape from LA. This is the Ravenous Blackbird. I'm out.